What's going on? This is Lawn Care Routine coming at you with another informative video. This video is going to help you, educate you, and put away some of those myths that have been going around the lawn care community. I'm bringing you not one, not two, not three, but 4 myths that I'm here to debunk for you as a lawn care enthusiast. So let's go. So one of the rumors that's going around is that you should allow your grass to overgrow some or go uncut for maybe 8 to 10 days, and that's going to push new growth. In part, yes, but in theory and accuracy, no. Let me show you what's going on here. What you have here is you have an overgrown lawn. You see how overgrowing this is? This is going to do a couple things that you don't want to go on with your lawn in a negative way. This is going to put a lot of stress when you do cut this. It's going to put a lot of stress on the lawn because you're going to cut half of the new growth that you have going on here, okay? And what this is going to do, I'm going to show you a photo too, what happens if and when you cut. Instead of cutting it very fine, you're going to leave a lot of big, large clumps. I'm going to show you what I mean by leaving clumps in your lawn that is negatively, not in a bad way, but it doesn't do your lawn any justice as far as putting the nutrients back in the lawn. So I'm going to show you a photo here of clumping. And I'm going to show you another part of what you're supposed to do when you cut on a consistent basis. You want those very fine clippings to actually be cut twice when you're mulching, going back into the lawn. Hope that makes sense. All right, here's a fine example of clumping. Okay, when the lawn does not get cut in 7+ days or more, this is what I'm talking about, clumping. See this? This is all grass that was too high. Over half of it was cut, and it just sits on top. So you can go with a blower, or you can rake that in. But that's what happens when you see lawns like that that have been cut with a high length of blades, and the lawn blades are high, and then you're cutting half or more to get a good even cut. And this is the issue that you'll have when you'll have grass, instead of being cut fine, it'll just sit there and lay up on your lawn. All right, this is what I mean when I'm talking about the length of your blades, the grass blades, that you don't want to, when you allow it to grow very tall, there's a theory that it's going to push more growth. Really, it goes in the opposite direction, because what you really want to do is you want to do the 1/3 rule. That is the key, 1/3. So with this particular grass blade, see how long it is? I want to cut off 1/3 of this, but because this grass, what I just showed you, is so tall, it's going to not only do 1/3, it's going to do half. Okay, so let's just pretend that this is going to be where I cut, and that's going to take off half of that new growth. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. All right, if you do that, that's going to put a lot of stress on your lawn. It's going to leave clumpings and things of that nature. So you don't want to take off half by neglecting to cut, but what you want to do is, if I do cut, okay, I want to take off 1/3. That's as much as I want to take off when I'm cutting my lawn. This will not only push new growth, this will also enhance and will keep your lawn much healthier and less susceptible to a lot of diseases and things of that nature. So right here is the rule that you want to do, is you want to cut this 1/3. Okay, if you can remember the 1/3 rule, then that's going to keep you safe, it's going to keep you honest, and it's going to keep your lawn from being stressed from heavy cuttings. So the more you cut or the more you mow, the better that your lawn will grow. Don't allow your lawn to be overgrown. Allow it, neglecting the fact because you're trying to say, I'm going to wait 8 to 10 days or plus or more to cut, because the taller my grass gets, the better it's going to push new growth. It will, but when you do cut, you're going to stress that lawn out bad, okay? So remember, I'm cutting twice a week. So every 7 days, I'm cutting 2 times. You can get away with, right now we're in the rainy season, you can get away with at least once every 7 days. But maybe I'm overdoing it a little bit. That's okay. But because I want to continue my lawn, I want my lawn to continue to thrive. So I'm cutting twice a week. 1/3 rule is the key, not allowing your grass to overgrow. There's rumors that if you're properly taking care of your lawn, you should have a weed-free lawn. Myth. There's no such thing. Let me put that to rest. There's no such thing. I repeat, there's no such thing as a weed-free lawn. As much as I stay on top of my lawn, as much as I walk through my lawn at least 3 to 4 times a week just to check and make sure that I don't have weeds, there are constantly weeds that are growing. Regardless if you're using the Stress Blend, this is by Yard Mastery. Regardless if you're using this Stress Blend, I got the bag tour here, which is more of my 7020. This is Stress Blend that I use, and I get this from Yard Mastery, of course. And then I also have over here my flagship that I definitely use, 2006. Again, I keep my stuff in a container just because I keep it safe and keep it dry and things of that nature. There's no such thing as a weed-free lawn. Okay, so I use these 2 products here year-round. And if you're fertilizing your lawn, you're also fertilizing the weeds. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see here, my lawn looks pretty good. Okay, I have to say so myself. Just glancing over it, it looks like there's no issues, but every lawn has issues. It's just the nature of the beast, is that I have some weeds in my lawn that also get fertilized along with the grass. Here's a prime example. Okay, not sure what type of weed this is, but it's growing. So anytime I fertilize my lawn, here's some more. Okay, here's some more weeds. So I'll take care of this a little bit later on. But overall, my lawn looks pretty good. So, but still again, don't stress yourself out by saying, oh my gosh, I have weeds in my lawn. Yeah, you're gonna have weeds in your lawn because again, if you're using whatever type of fertilizer you're using, I'm focusing on supporting local business, and they're here in, I believe, Manatee County, Yard Mastery. Get out this, I'm getting some shade here. Yard Mastery, which is a local company here. Also want to give a shout out to Lawn Care Nut. He has really inspired me. I've also learned a lot from him. Been watching him for some time. He has a huge following. I'm one of his followers, but I just want to definitely, give a shout out to his company, Yard Mastery. Hey, support U.S. made company right here in Florida. Hey, let's do this. But once again, don't stress yourself out. That's a myth. And people telling you if you're really truly taking care of your lawn, you shouldn't have any weeds. No, that's a myth. If you're fertilizing your lawn, you're going to get weeds that are also going to be fertilized. What we have to do as a lawn care community, we have to go into our yard, make several passes through your yard a couple times a week, either pull those weeds or use a herbicide to kill the weeds. Keep it moving. They say don't water your lawn in the middle of the day when the temperature is at its highest. It could damage your lawn. Myth. So here in Central Florida, where I reside, we're in the rainy season right now, and we are having a just humongous amount of humidity, and it is hot. It is, when I tell you it's hot here in Central Florida, it is brutal out here. You could probably literally walk from the inside of your house into your mailbox or your car, and next thing you know, you're already sweating and you're drenched in sweat from the humidity levels and the temperature. You combine those two together, and trust me, it's brutal. But we're in the rainy season, and here in Central Florida, we get rain just about every day, maybe twice a day. And they're not long, lengthy showers. Sometimes they are, but sometimes there may be a good 20, 30 minutes, and then it stops, and then automatically within minutes, it literally gets back humid and extremely hot. And the grass does not take a beating. What it does, it quenches the thirst that the soil, the grass, the roots have taken a huge beating from the sun. And this what it does, it cools the grass down. Check out my video that I did a few weeks back on hot spots in your lawn. Well, this is the same concept. Your lawn is being, bombarded with humidity and heat, and it needs to be, the thirst, it needs to be quenched. Those roots need to be replenished. So I'm not saying to water your lawn on a consistent basis, whenever you water in the middle of the day. No, because that's not what you want to do. But if you're seeing brown spots or you're seeing gray spots in your lawn, especially if you have St. Augustine, Bahia, Zoysia, things of that nature, your southern lawns, you want to take the water hose, go out there and, cool it down some, let it get some water to drink. Think about this for a second. You're out there working in the sun, or you're, exercising in the humidity, and you're sweating. Your body is requiring some sort of liquid substance, whether it be Gatorade, should be water, but or water that you're putting in your body, and you're getting replenished. You can go that extra distance. Well, that's the same concept that you want to do with your lawn. If you see those hot spots in your lawn, then you definitely want to make sure that you cool those hot spots down. Again, because when you're seeing your foliage starts to curl, or you see gray spots in your lawn, it's letting you know, help, send water, I need to drink, I'm thirsty. Like I said before, family, I'm here for the beginner and the novice DIYer who, if you have effort and patience and time, your lawn will thrive. Make the mistakes, learn from the mistakes. It's the whole part of having fun working in your lawn. But this final myth is that you need a commercial professional, whatever, big company to come out to maintain and take care of your lawn correctly. Myth. I won't throw any names under the bus, but you know who they are, the big top dogs out there that claim they're going to do this and they're going to do that for your lawn. I've seen the reviews, and a lot of those companies, man, they are getting dragged badly because, again, I'm going to tell you why. They don't put the love, the care into your specific lawn. They have hundreds of other lawns, other clients that they're taking care of. They don't have time to bespoke just your lawn. They don't have time to come out and to critique your lawn, to go out and to make sure your sprinklers are working, go out there and make sure you have weeds and things of that nature on a consistent basis. They do it once a month, and then they do what they have to do, and they're out of there because they have the next client they have to order they have to fill. So you don't need to use those big companies, those big professional companies. Sure, you can use them if you're going to be if you don't have the time, because again, you want to make sure your aesthetic of your lawn looks good, so it doesn't bring down the aesthetic of the neighborhood. And if you can't get out there and cut your lawn on a consistent basis, then yeah, hire a professional lawn care company to come out and take care of your lawn. But overall, you could do this yourself. Again, I make these videos for the beginner and novice. If there's some things that you are struggling with that you want me to comment on or to show you, please reach out to me. Leave some comments in the comment section. I'll answer every one of them, because again, I'm here to help. I'm here to guide and lend a helping hand if I can to the person who really wants to try to keep their lawn looking good for their neighborhood. Again, it's all about loving where you live where you love, and taking care of your lawn care. So I wanted to bring these 4 myths to debunk them, to let it be known that it's not true. So don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate my followers so far. I appreciate you for viewing and watching my channel. Thank you so much. Hopefully this will educate you and help someone who is struggling with their lawn. Like again, I said, I've learned from a lot of mistakes, and I want to share the experiences that I have. And I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who loves to work in the lawn. So until next time, God bless you. God keep you. Peace.